That hurts. But that would be the play right there. There used to be a time when Bishop Ireton girls lacrosse was the team that would schedule for homecoming, a guaranteed win. But things are different now, especially after the Ireton girls won the WCAC title last season and beat St. Stephen's St. Agnes in the Virginia Independent School Championship. Well, they are still on a roll and ranked #1 in the area and have a big matchup this weekend. Joining us tonight is head coach Rick Sofield. And coach, we were just talking about this, #1 in the area, #2 in the country. We were talking earlier in the show, we were talking about bullseyes on teams' backs. How do you guys play through that?
Well, the girls work hard, and they just focus on little things every single day. And so that's what these girls do. Selfless kids, working hard, just concentrating on making little plays.
When you're #2 in the country, you think, okay, we've made it. So a lot of times it's easy to just let up. And there's a big letdown throughout the middle of the season. How do you guys stay consistent?
Well, we're not satisfied, and that's one of our mottos this year is we're not satisfied. We had a very successful year last year. We're proud of that, but that was over the next day, and we started getting ready for this season 2 weeks after last season ended.
There's a method to the madness, when you think of the great coaches everywhere, but there is a method. What is yours? If you have one, what is that method?
I'm trying to teach these girls life lessons, right? I'm not building lacrosse players. I'm building young women. And lacrosse is just a way that I do that. And so our program, our school, we focus on just values such as commitment to a team, giving up, individual goals in order to achieve a team goal, hard work and preparation. The girls buy into that on this team. We put them in the gym 2 days a week at 6:30 a.m. before school even starts, and this goes back to September. So these girls have been working for 9 months to get where they are today.
6:30. You never like it when the coach says 6:30, but it pays off when you guys have success. Every team has a point where like I said, you've made it, but when you talk about a team that was scheduled for homecoming games for an easy win, talk about now being the #2 team in the country, making that turnaround. What is that like?
Well, like I was saying before, it's not a matter of big steps or big leaps. It's a lot of little steps along the way. And so we talk about this in terms of a particular game where I tell the girls we don't need to make big plays. We make little plays to be successful in big games. Get a ground ball, win a draw, make a defensive stop. It's the same thing in building for a season, in building a team and a program. It's a lot of little things. All those mornings at 6:30. It wasn't one day. It didn't happen once. It happens every single week, and it happens over the course of years. And these girls have bought in. They've committed themselves to it, and that's why they're having success.
Your players are probably watching you right now. Are there any players that you look to as leaders of this team, or maybe they're all the seniors or all, some juniors on the team? Any specific players that you look to take control and be a leader of this squad?
We absolutely have some outstanding individual players. We have girls going to play at the top schools in the country. But our biggest all-star is our teamwork. It really is. These girls, as I said before, are selfless. They're committed to the team. They're committed to being the best that they possibly can be. And they forego all those individual honors in order to have a successful team. So I couldn't point to any individual player. It's the team as a whole is what has brought us the success we've had so far.
Good answer. There are challenges when you're a coach of a team that is as successful as yours. What are some of the challenges that you face, if any?
I have to tell you, this group of kids that we have, starting with our outstanding senior leadership and filtering all the way down to our freshmen who have bought in immediately to what we're trying to do. They've just been a pleasure to coach. I can't really point to any particular challenge along the way. It's just these girls, they want it, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to be successful.
A big one tomorrow. What do you tell your team going into that one?
So first thing, get a good night's sleep.
Right, of course.
Have a good dinner. That's why I'm here alone tonight. I wanted to make sure they went to bed and got their sleep. But as I was saying before, in big games, big plays don't don't give you success in big games. We don't need kids trying too hard. Make the little plays. and make a lot of them all over the field, compete at every inch of the field, every play.
Yeah.
You compete, you make the little plays, big things will happen.
All right, Coach Sofield, living the life. All right, well, that's all the time we have for this edition of High School Sports Final. For all the cast and crew behind the scenes, they bring you highlights of the games. I'm Robert Burton. We'll see you next week.